like this, like locked in together, and he just puts it right here, and he just like I think the receiver was surprised that he was like, what the fuck? Ladies and gentlemen, another phenomenal week of college football, another ranking that's going to piss up some people off here. So what we're going to do is review it, voice crack, talk about your guys' opinion like I ask y'all every week, see how y'all felt about the top 10, go over it, review some of the games and some of the funny things that we see on Twitter in the world of college football. Man, I'm not going to be here too long. I also got my own top 10 that we'll look at, and then we'll take a look at the full scale of the top 25, see where the movement is, and see what the implications are coming into week 13, I believe. Man, this season flew on by, man, but I really appreciate y'all watching. So many people have joined me as we've had this, been on this college football season journey. Thank y'all so much. The support is phenomenal. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't like it, subscribe if you enjoy the college football content. Let's hop right into it. Like I said, I show every day. So let's go for each team, right? Oregon remains number 1 after sweating it out against Wisconsin. And Wisconsin just, I think, fired their offensive coordinator. Like, geez, y'all just went close to the number 1 team in the nation. That happened. I popped in that game, and man, Wisconsin was being very physical. The Oregon's defense was being Oregon's defense, though. I felt like the offense was struggling to be able to fully create. And I don't know the full tale there. Maybe I should be watching more Oregon football games, but the fact that they were struggling against that team, which is it's a scrappy team. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh my God, it's Wisconsin. It's a real Big Ten team, but I think it just humanizes Oregon. I think that's what it is. Remember, this is college football, so I'm not gonna sit here and say just because they were close with a team that we perceive as bad, I'm not throwing them completely out the water. I haven't lost all faith in what Oregon does. So I mean, it's not terrible. Number 2, Ohio State, again, best loss. they still remain here with the best loss. Things got a little scary there earlier against Northwestern, but they went ahead and finished the job out 31-7, and Oregon was 16-13. Texas at number 3. Actually, this goes in order. Phenomenal. Texas at number 3, going against Arkansas, and if I could, as a Texas fan, if I could stress to you how much I do not believe in this team anymore, especially the offense or defense. I think we have one of the most complete defenses in all of college football. I think, or at least the SEC. I don't think we have the defensive line. I don't think we have a defensive line that can compete with the likes of the Ole Misses and the Tennessees of the world. But I think as a complete defense, I think we have some of the best DBs. Number 4 and 7 back there doing what they do. You know what they do. You got more on the outside who, coming from UTEP, has just been a dog. Like, golly, talk about someone who deserved to be at that top level. He does great against all teams. Number 8 out there has been great. Anthony Hill Jr., one of the best linebackers in the nation. I mean, just great stuff from the defensive side. From the offense, man, Quinn Ewers just does this thing where every single game, especially if it's a big game, he has to take 2 drives to look like the worst quarterback imaginable. He just has to make terrible reads. He has to not figure it out. Steve Sarkisian is making up 17 different ways to call the same play. I love you, Stevie. Stevie, I love you. But Lord have mercy, can we just run it down somebody's gullet? Huh? Can we do a little bit of classic football? Huh? That's all I'm going to say. I love what Jadon Blue does. I love what what's it called? Both of the new backs, the Wisners of the world who had to step up from injuries. I love what they're doing, but man, I just feel like this offense it's not clicking the right way it should be, and I think it has a lot to do with Quinn and his inability to manipulate in the pocket. He looked like a statue. He would step up and then get caught up, do this. I appreciate him for stepping up, but every time he stepped up, he could barely do anything with it. So maybe I'm being a little harsh because that's my team, but that's just how I'm feeling. I don't think we're the number 3 team in the nation, but when you see my ranking, you're going to be surprised. Anyway, Penn State handle business against Purdue. I mean, it's Purdue. Penn State just hasn't really impressed me in any way, shape, form, or fashion, so it is what it is. Going back to the rankings because, oh no, you're not supposed to see that. You're not supposed to see that. Indiana at number 5 remain undefeated. I don't believe they struggled with anybody. I think they were, it's bye week for them. But, I think they should be where they should be. I'm not mad at that. I think, Indiana's clean. They're going to have a real test coming up this week, and we're going to be able to see where we can place them. And we're going to see where we're going to place Ohio State. See where the realness and the dealness is. Notre Dame at number 6. This is disgusting. I get they've been winning ever since the whole NIU situation. But I don't know, man. There's something about Notre Dame teams that I just can't trust. But I will say they're playing some good football. When I look at them and I watch them, they are playing some decent football over there. So they usually always have talent, Notre Dame too. So as much as I like to give them a little bit of a jarn, as much as I like to joke on them a bit, Notre Dame has a lot of talent. They produce a lot of NFL players. So hey, right on, you might. Alabama over Georgia, I don't like it, but I get it. Alabama beat Georgia. I just don't think Alabama has looked as good of a team as Georgia's look. And that's crazy because Carson Beck has been playing like a terrible quarterback until this last game. And I need to eat crud, all right? Because I have not threw him under the bus and I said he was terrible because he was playing terrible. But, man, that Tennessee game, he put his legs on the line, body on the line. He did everything that needed to be done. Bro, there was this throw, like this. He forced a back shoulder. Like receiver and DB were locked in like this, like locked in together. And he just puts it right here, and he just like I think the receiver was surprised that he had. He was like, "What the?" He said, "What?" It's like, "Yo, I'm out here hand fighting." And he just, I'm gonna just put it right in that coin slot, son. And he did it, and he was looking phenomenal. So shout out to Carson Beck for coming up and looking good. Ole Miss right here, number 9. What's it called? Oh, sorry, I need to explain why I think Georgia's a better team than Alabama. I know Alabama beat Georgia. I know Alabama has a lot of explosiveness from their offense, and I trust Alabama's offense because of Jalen Milroe more than I do Georgia's offense. But that Georgia defense is a problem, dog. Them boys be getting after them, okay? Them boys be barking. And if Carson Beck just plays and remembers that he has 2, I think, elite tight ends, and finds them, I think that he can go Tom Brady, Aaron Hernandez, Gronkowski back in the day. Just saying. Ole Miss, man, Jackson Dart has been being Jackson Dart. That Ole Miss offense is being what it was prescribed as. I'm happy to see it. You beat Georgia too, so I mean it's only up from there. I like this Ole Miss team more than I like the Tennessee team because I really don't like them. I never liked them. That defense and defensive line is the best in the nation. Defensive line is the best in the nation. Not the defense as a whole. They're not as a complete defense, but golly, I get after dang quarterback. Nico, talk about someone. I was very happy with Nico. You can go back and look at my videos. I was very disappointed this season with Nico. I thought he was just gonna, Heisman. He's about to tear the SEC. I just thought that's what it was. I know he's a redshirt freshman because he only played one game last year or started one game last year. So. A lot of electricity still from him, and we saw the electricity. I saw the reason why I believed in it so much after seeing that game. He was putting the ball in the good places. He was using his legs the way he should. Like he's a big old tall dare. What is he, like 6'6"? I don't know. He's a big dog, a little slender. So I think it's might be a trust thing for him getting out there on the edge with his legs. But I'm liking to see him do that. I like what this Tennessee team is. I just don't think they're better than Miami. So Miami, best offense in the nation. I'll say it again, best offense in the nation, and I'll say it one more time, best offense in the nation. I trust Cam Ward to get a bucket anytime. I know everybody else has lost faith. I know it's the bye week. I know yada, yada, yada. And I know that defense is kind of horrendous. And they just allow Cal to put up monstrous amounts of points. And they allow all these other AC teams to put up monstrous amounts of points. But I really do believe that Cam Ward, one-on-one, Kyrie Irving, he's going to get a bucket. He's going to get a bucket. I'm not sure why you would go one-on-one with Kyrie. Because he don't play deep. Anyway, another point. Boise State. Ashton Genties, man, he's making a good case for Heisman, but there's a lot of hate there too. They handle business. They do what they need to do. Smooth keeps rolling and keeps canoling. Smooth is a good team now. Smooth might be able to slip in and you know what I'm saying. What if they win the ACC? I don't know. BYU at number 14 after that tough loss to a 3-6 Kansas team. That's why the slide is Texas A&M sitting there. There's lurking back there. God dang, only good Aggies are dead Aggie. Hook 'em horns. Colorado. Hey man, number 16. Them Prime boys doing good. Y'all know I make a lot of Prime videos. You know I make a lot of Colorado videos. Y'all can go watch those videos. I'm not going to yap about Colorado here, but impressive win, impressive few games. Good job. And they're moving up in the Big 12 and have almost on lock. Clemson. Last second winner against Pitt, and Cade Klubnik came and played like a dang star out there. Dang. Army doesn't have enough respect. South Carolina earned some respect. They've been playing like a better team. Who'da thunk when you have your starting quarterback back that, they would be decent. Lenore Sellers is back. Definitely looks a lot healthier. So that's good there. Tulane. Some were saying the best team in the American. I don't know. I like their uniforms. I like their location. And they're cruising for bruising in the American. Arizona State. Go look up Scattaboo. I don't know how to spell it. You're going to have to figure it out. Arizona State running back. Big white dude, number 4. Dog's a dog. Okay, he be dragging, dude. One of the most entertaining people to watch. I love entertaining people to watch football, man. And Scatterboo, I like his brain of foosball. So check him out. Good team over there. They're saying Colorado's head coach, who shall not be named, Coach Prime. And then the Arizona State's head coach also, they're probably up there in the Coach of the Year and Coach of the Year Big 12 easily too. Iowa State still lingering around there in the Big 12. I think they're out of the Big 12 conversation when it comes to the championship, if I am correct. UNLV still putting together a good season. Illinois, the Fighting Illini out there at number 24, and Wazoo sadly gets a second loss. And I want to say, and I know I'm going to take this time to yap about the 2015, but I was really happy about this Wazoo team. I was like, oh my God, they're stepping up. They're doing a lot of good things. I thought that they were going to impress a lot of people out there in the Pac-2, but they don't have like any path to get to the playoff. And I mean, they never had much of a path either, but it was cool. It was good to see them, one loss team, smoothing doing it, recovering from losing what's looking like an elite Heisman candidate level quarterback. So it's good to see there as the sun is blinding me in the eye. Okay, let's continue here. Let's read your comments. But before we do that, BYU should drop more. My God, they do not like them. BYU should drop more. Barely making it past two crappy teams and losing to another. Rough, man. I don't know how I feel about that. How y'all feel about BYU? Y'all think BYU should have got really punished? Power 4 doesn't exist. It's a Power 2. ACC and Big 12, a tier below Big 10 and SEC. Hey, you said it, not me, man. Hey, you said it. Not me. You feel me? Alabama at 7. It's pretty. It's some nasty business, man. It's a little nasty, but I understand it. Because you saw where I ranked. You saw where I ranked. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna talk too much. The AP committee has to be Alabama alumni. Hey man. Say man. I just really like the Alabama offense. I don't think, and mind you, I don't think Alabama is the number 6 team in the nation. I want you to understand that. I want y'all to understand that. Like I want y'all to understand that. I don't think Texas is the number 2 team. I'm biased. That's why they're there. They should really probably be at number 4. I respect Indiana. That's why they're at 4. Because I just feel like the more that I hear about Alabama's fraudness, I don't want y'all to think I actually have SEC bias. I only have Texas bias. Let's get that straight now. Okay, I do not have SEC bias. But that's why Miami's up here at top 10 instead of being way down there. Where they have Miami? They got Miami at 11. Well, I mean it's only up 1, and I kicked Tennessee out of there too. So don't be sitting here saying I am, what I can't. You know what I mean? I probably should put Boise State in here if I'm being honest with you. I probably should have put Boise State at like 6 to get that BYU spot. But BYU was undefeated, and Boise State it only lost to the number 1 team in the nation. Man, I just talked myself out of it, man. I talked myself out of it, man. This is what we got to do. I'm sorry, dog. I keep switching. Ole Miss, Miami. You know who I want right here? I want Boise State right here. That's what y'all convinced me. It's Boise State right here. Boise State at 6. 7 Georgia, Ole Miss, Alabama. Alabama at 9, Ole Miss. I'm missing Notre Dame, so I'm sorry. Someone's gonna have to sacrifice. All right, that's my list. I'm sorry. I had to do it. Y'all convinced me. As I thought about it, I was like, I cannot believe I forgot about Boise State. The Gamecocks coming. Yo. What are you talking about? SEC bias is unreal. It's true. SMU is getting screwed again. Sheesh. Where K-State? Go Kicks. It's nice to see Army and Colorado in the top 25. Really nice to see Army in the top 25. The SEC bias is there. It's about the 6 to 12. Sure, cannibalism is a thing without divisions. If you ask me, we need divisions. Gets rid of the problem as with automatic qualifiers for conference. We're holy as everybody says SEC glaze. Man, I got bullied. Y'all bullied me into not glazing the SEC. Indiana should rank higher than Penn State. I think I have Indiana higher than Penn State. I do have Indiana. See, I'm right. My opinion is right. Man, put some respect on Indiana until they lose. They shouldn't be behind Penn State. Switch BYU, Texas A&M. Switch Army and Clemson. Roll Tide haters. Colorado behind BYU. These rankings are a joke. Might as well stayed with the BCS and top 10 and add 10 teams. College football is starting to become more like the NFL And all okay, all right, we're talking about the P word. This is where we're gonna get out of here, man. Y'all go pop in here, give y'all's opinions, give y'all opinions on my top 10. I think it's terrible, to be honest with you. A lot of biases from me, but I'm never gonna be an SEC bias. I'm a Texas bias person. Okay, completely different. Y'all be phenomenal. Hope y'all like this video, so leave a like on it. If you don't, dislike it. Subscribe if you enjoy college football content. Y'all be phenomenally great. We will see you next time. Peace.